In this whole creation, we are just a small speck. Each one of us is in search of good health, peace, knowledge, prosperity, harmony, and overall a happy and blissful life at all given times and situations. Each and every person strives hard to achieve this state. But can this really be achieved? Yes, this can be achieved. All this is possible only by understanding cosmic energy and self-knowledge. Now let us know about cosmic energy. The cosmic energy exists everywhere in the cosmos. It is the bond between the galaxies, the planets, humans, and molecules. It is the space between each and everything. It is the bond which keeps the whole cosmos in order. Cosmic energy is the life force. This cosmic energy is essential to maintain the order of our life and to expand our consciousness. Cosmic energy is the base for all our actions and functions. We receive some amount of cosmic energy in deep sleep and in total silence. We are using this energy for our day-to-day activities of our mind, like seeing, speaking, hearing, thinking, and all actions of our body. This limited energy gained through sleep is not sufficient for these activities. That is why we feel exhausted, tired, and tensed. This leads to mental and physical stress and all kinds of illnesses. The only way to overcome this is to get more and more cosmic energy. Cosmic energy is essential to maintain the order of our life, to lead a healthy and happy life, to totally involve in all situations we are in, to obtain knowledge, and finally, for expansion of our consciousness. Abundant cosmic energy is obtained only through meditation. Sleep is unconscious meditation. Meditation is conscious sleep. In sleep, we get limited energy. In meditation, we get abundant energy. This energy enhances the power of our body, mind, and intellect. It opens the doors for our sixth sense and beyond. With this boosted energy through meditation, we will be relaxed, healthy, and happy. It also helps to reach greater heights in the physical realm. Meditation is nothing but a journey of our consciousness towards the self. In meditation, we consciously travel from body to mind, mind to intellect, intellect to self and beyond. To do meditation, first we have to stop all the functions of our body and mind, that is, body movements, seeing, speaking, and thinking. Now, let us know how to do meditation. For meditation, the first thing is the posture. You may sit in any posture. The posture must be very comfortable and stable. We can meditate either on a floor or on a chair. We can meditate in any place, wherever we feel comfortable. Sit comfortably, cross your legs, clasp your fingers. Now, close your eyes. Stop inner or outer chatter. Don't chant any mantra. Just relax. Totally relax. Just relax. When we cross our legs and clasp our fingers, energy circuit is formed and gives more stability. Eyes are doors of the mind, so eyes should be closed. Mantra chanting or any chattering, inner or outer, are the activities of the mind, so it should be stopped. When body relaxes, consciousness travels to the next zone, mind and intellect. Mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. There are numerous thoughts always coming to the surface of the mind. Whenever there are thoughts in the mind, we may get many questions, known or unknown. To transcend the mind and intellect, one has to observe the breath. Observation is the nature of the self. So, one should just witness the breath. Don't do conscious breathing. Don't inhale or exhale consciously. Let inhalation or exhalation happen on its own. Just observe the normal breathing. This is the main key. This is the way. Don't go behind the thoughts. Don't cling to queries, questions, or thoughts. Cut the thought. Come back to the breath. Observe normal breathing. Be with your breath. Then the density of the thoughts reduces. Slowly, breath becomes thinner and shorter. Finally, breath becomes the smallest and settles like a flash in between the eyebrows. In this state, one will have no breath and no thought. He will be totally thoughtless. This state is called Nirmal Sthiti, or no thought state. This is the meditative state. In this state, we will be under the shower of cosmic energy. The more meditation one does, the more will be the cosmic energy one receives. This cosmic energy flows through the energy body. It is also called the etheric body.
Or of mind control.
In 1776, Franz Mesmer unveils a device called the baquette at the court of Louis XVI of France. It is an oak barrel filled with iron filings that gives off an almost imperceptible magnetic charge. Mesmer tells the assembled guests that the charge is very powerful and that if they touch it, they will have pleasant convulsions. And in fact, when members of the court touch the baquette, they collapse in convulsive fits and faint. What Mesmer has discovered is the power of suggestion.
A secret report to the king said that these techniques were dangerous because they could lead to control of individuals. And because of that report, Mesmer was essentially run out of town.
Mesmer died in obscurity, but his theories about the power of imagination were picked up in the mid-1800s with the introduction of hypnotism. By the late 1800s, a French professor of medicine, Hippolyte Bernheim, writes papers suggesting ways to implant new thoughts in hypnotized patients.
There's this kind of diabolical interest in doing experiments on human beings and having that power and control over them.
Bernheim cautions that the same technique could be used to create a false witness in a court of law. But what he sees as potentially dangerous, other researchers seize on as potentially beneficial for police agencies and intelligence services. Later, in the 1930s, an iconoclastic professor named George Estabrooks begins developing a theory that hypnosis can be used to create a super spy, a potentially powerful weapon of war.
Through hypnosis, mind control, brainwashing, you create a new identity in a person. You create an amnesia barrier between their ordinary identity and the new identity or alter personality. The newly created identity can be used for actual operations, that is, explosives, infiltration, surveillance.
If the person is captured and tortured, since they don't know that they have this other part of themselves, they'll never reveal the information and they'll go to their death not knowing what's going on.
Estabrooks tries to convince the military that it's possible to create an intelligence operative who could be hypnotically controlled. At first, his suggestion is disregarded. But then a strange series of events in Moscow will convince the U.S. government that Estabrooks' theory is worth a second look. In the 1930s, England, France, and Germany were exploring hypnosis and drug-induced interrogation, but most significant research was being conducted in the Soviet Union. There, neuropsychologist Alexander Luria was pioneering new techniques in hypnosis.
Luria gets the idea that if you can implant false memories with people, could you also create false emotional conditions? And so Luria began experimenting with creating hypnotically programmed emotional conflicts.
In 1937, Stalin puts his former Bolshevik compatriots on trial. Known as the Moscow show trials, these court cases give the world its first public glimpse of mind control.
One by one, they confessed to being enemies of the state and begged to be executed. And so the Western intelligence agencies got quite frightened.
There was a fear that the Soviets had learned a lot of things that would weaken our will, that would get into our minds, into our brains.
But the United States' concern at the bizarre confessions at the Moscow show trials was soon eclipsed by a more immediate concern, World War II. It is the end of American isolationism and the